The Untold Story of the Witches of Oz is a story that is extremely dear and close to my heart, and I know that it is to a lot of people. I have seen Wicked on stage once, and it was one of the most magical things I have ever experienced in my life, and I just truly love Wicked so much. And to celebrate the release of Wicked for Good, I thought that it would be fun to do a collection video of my entire Wicked collection, so not just counting my stuff from the Universal movies, but also from the stage musical as well. I apologize in advance for all of the yapping and sobbing that I'm going to do throughout this video, but like I said, I just love Wicked, and I love Elphaba, and I love Glinda with my whole entire heart. And so without further ado, here is my entire Wicked collection. Of course, I have to start with the dolls. So here are the two Barbie signature dolls that were made for the 15th anniversary of the stage musical. So there is Elphaba and Glinda. And moving on to the movie dolls from the first movie, here is the singing Glinda doll and the singing Elphaba doll. Glinda sings Popular and Elphaba sings Defying Gravity. And then for the core assortment of Wicked dolls, they are in their Ozdust look. So there is Glinda, Nessa Rose, and Elphaba. And I think this is such a fun collection, and I'm happy to have them. And then the store exclusive wave includes Fiero, who was a Target exclusive, Glinda and Elphaba, and Madame Morrible, which were Walmart exclusives. And then for the deluxe line of dolls from the first movie, there was a Mattel Creations 2-pack with Elphaba in the glasses and Madame Morrible. And then there were also the deluxe Glinda and Elphaba dolls in their iconic outfits. Now, for Wicked for Good, there are two singing dolls again, so Elphaba and Glinda, and they both sing a verse from For Good. The store exclusives this time are The Wizard of Oz and Dorothy, and I believe these are both exclusive to Walmart. And here are the deluxe dolls from Wicked for Good. I was really rooting for Elphaba because I love this outfit on Cynthia. I think she is literally drop dead gorgeous in it. But unfortunately, the doll leaves a little to be desired, but this Glinda doll is actually my favorite Glinda doll. And as a pair, I do think I prefer the deluxe dolls from Wicked for Good over the first film. And the first collector release for Good is Glinda in her bubble in this dress that she wears in the beginning of Wicked for Good. And the second collector release is the oh-so-stunning For Good Wicked musical Keepsake, some of my favorite dolls ever made. And I do have the American Girl Wicked dolls from For Good, so I do have Elphaba, and I do have Glinda. Unfortunately, they are still in the box because these are the biggest dolls that I own, and I just don't have the space to display them right now, but someday I hope to unbox them. Now, for mini dolls, I only have a small collection, so I do have this Glinda with the balloon, and then I have this 5-pack with Fiero, Dorothy, the Lion, Glinda, and Bach. So those were all of my Wicked dolls, and now I'm going to throw it back to the stage musical. So for the first thing, I do have this really cool tote that just has some fun designs with monkeys, and then the iconic musical poster on the back with the time clock. And then I do have this Wicked Defying Gravity 20 years program, which is really cool. It goes through a lot of the history of the musical in its first 20 years on Broadway and touring. And I do also have this really cute Chistery plushie from the musical. I will also say I do have the Build-A-Bears from the first movie, but I don't know where they are. I do also have a poster that is signed by the Wicked touring cast. Anyway, moving on to my Wicked collection. So first off, I do have these two 7-inch singles. So here is Popular with the sing-along and Defying Gravity also with a sing-along version. And then I do have the 15th anniversary pressing of the original Broadway cast recording, and it is on a split green and black. And that is the only pressing that I have of the original Broadway recording. The rest of my vinyl are from the movie, so I do have this standard black with a signed insert from Cynthia and Ariana. Next up is the Target exclusive pressing, which is a split green and pink. And then here is this alternate cover pressing, which came in a fan box with a bunch of other Wicked goodies. And these, of course, are pink and green splatter pressings. And then I also have the picture discs. So this does have an alternate cover. And then one of the discs is of Elphaba, and then the other disc is Glinda. So here is the Elphaba vinyl, and this is such a gorgeous pressing. It's like a green and black smoky effect. It's so beautiful. And my favorite Wicked vinyl is the Glinda vinyl. So it does have this really gorgeous like pink bubble effect. It's so, so stunning. And the final vinyl in my Wicked vinyl collection is the Record Store Day 2025 pressing. So this is a green and pink glitter pressing, and I did get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get this. I do also have these heart pins. So there's a green one for Elphaba with her silhouette and a pink one for Glinda with her silhouette. And I do have one of the Starbucks cups. So I have the Glinda Upland cup. It's very iridescent and very pink. And moving on to some movie theater stuff. So I do have this AMC Elphaba cup that I got when I saw Wicked. And then here is the matching popcorn tin. So this has Elphaba's name and two silhouettes of Elphaba, which they do have the lyrics of Defying Gravity in them. So I think that's really cool. And I do have the matching Glinda cup and the matching Glinda popcorn bucket. So again, really beautiful. I love the pink colors on it. It looks like bubblegum, and Glinda's name is really big and beautiful, and there's some butterflies. And then in her silhouettes, she has the lyrics of Popular. So these aren't my favorite popcorn buckets, but they were the only ones that the theater was selling when I went to an advanced screening of Wicked. But then I did go see Wicked again in theaters, and I got my favorite popcorn bucket from the first movie, which is the lantern bucket that does light up. On one of the green panels, there is the Wicked W, and then another one has an image of Glinda and Elphaba holding hands walking toward the Emerald City, and then Oz on the other, and Elphaba and Glinda holding hands during Defying Gravity on the last one. Now, for good, I didn't go as crazy with the popcorn buckets and cups, but I did get this one Glinda cup that does light up, and the Glinda is removable, so you can turn on the button to make it light up. And then I did get this popcorn bucket for Glinda, and this is just so beautiful. This image of Ariana is so unbelievably stunning. Like, I cannot put into words how gorgeous this looks. The colors aren't as vibrant on camera, but trust, if you see this in person, it is so gorgeous. There is the Wicked W and then Glinda's name underneath that. And then this image of Ariana Grande as Glinda, and then all of these flowers and some butterflies. And the final piece of my Wicked collection is also a popcorn bucket from Wicked for Good, and it is the Music Box popcorn bucket. The music that plays for this music box is For Good, and it sounds a lot like the musical Keepsake dolls. And I just love it. So that was my entire Wicked collection. It is nowhere near complete. There's so much Wicked merch out there that I still have yet to add to my collection. I'm so grateful for the collection that I currently have, and I'm even more grateful for Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande for bringing Elphaba and Glinda to the big screen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think of Wicked for Good. And more importantly, don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and remember that you are a goddamn superstar. I love you. Peace.